So it begins with a 6-stroke roll. Right, left, left, right, right, left, right. And then his singles around the drums. So once I figured that out, I started to investigate other ways to move around the drums fast and efficiently. And all this other stuff is an outgrowth of that. So let me play some of these quickly for you. The first one is all singles, and it goes like this. Make sense? Then trying to reverse the phrase, number 3. Or number 4. And they're all single strokes, and the shift from one drum to the other always occurs on the easy hand. That's what makes it possible to play these things kind of fast. Number 5 is the first phrase, but played at the triplet rate. So we kind of do the system thing on the phrase. And so on. Now this phrase number 7 can be shifted to the 16th note rate, and we get number 8. So if we're thinking 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and that's what I'm thinking. Or combining. So these things are kind of like Legos. You can put them together in all different combinations, and you flip it over, change the color, and then you change the rate of speed, and they sound pretty good, and they're not that hard to play. But kind of going back to what we talked about at the beginning, what does it take to get to be able to play these things? First, you have to be curious about doing it. Then you have to be inspired to put enough work in to get a flow on it. And for me, this is a work in progress. So I'm making mistakes on some stuff, and in a way, I think it's okay for maybe for you not to see a polished product. Because often I'll go hear people play, and their playing is so astounding that sometimes I'm a little depressed and think, wow, I'll never be able to do that. And it's because they're showing you all their polished stuff. And we forget that how many hours they spent polishing it, right? And this is, even you watch YouTube and you see this 5-year-old kid sounding great playing in church. He didn't sound as good when he was 4. right? So there is hope. There is hope if you're inspired and put the work into it. So you guys can check all this other stuff out. Are there any questions about anything? Yes, sir.
When you play the patterns that morph into a different sound, but they're still the same patterns, what are you listening to? And not to get confused, the accounting or what pulse are you listening to that plow through the grid?
Right, so the question is, when you're playing a pattern that's shifting from feeling one way to feeling another way, what am I feeling? Am I feeling the original one or the new one, or am I feeling something else? And I'm always trying to base these shifts on the original pulse. So if I'm here and I play that fill, I kind of have two kinds of accounting going on in my brain. I have the original home bass, and then I have the accelerated rate. But home bass, if there's a mistake, home bass has to win. This has to win. Because if you're thinking about the other one and you make a mistake, you'll never find your way back home. And it's happened to me. It happened to me just a minute ago when I tried to play system. But that's the process. You know, it is a process. And the more inspired you are, the more dedicated you'll be to refining the things that you're curious about.